Organization and bookkeeping are essential for any small business to be successful. They are also a pain in the butt for most business owners. In this video, we consider some tips for your business bank account to make your life easier while reducing your CRA audit risk. Tip number 1, have separate accounts. In my role as a chartered professional accountant to my small business clients, I usually recommend that they have separate business bank accounts and credit cards. Now, admittedly, these recommendations are often met with some scowls. Having separate accounts for your business means extra credit cards in your wallet and more things to keep track of. This can be a headache. Personally, I often stare at my wallet for several moments to pick the right card every time I want to make a purchase, not to mention all the extra PINs that I have to remember. So yes, I get it. This is annoying. Having separate accounts can also be expensive, as your bank may charge you additional service fees. Considering the annoyances, why is it worth it? Well, having separate cards helps keep your personal transactions out of your business accounts. This helps keep your business accounts nice and tidy. Having a clean business account means easier bookkeeping. You won't have to wade through extra transactions to remove the non-business items. It also reduces your bookkeeping time, reduces the fees paid to a bookkeeper, and reduces your CRA audit risk. You are less likely to accidentally write off non-business items with separate business bank accounts, and the CRA is less likely to tromp through your personal finances in the event of an audit. New business owners often struggle with this, so let's go through an example. Tyler started his first business at the beginning of January. Tyler didn't set up a separate bank account, wanting to save the $15 a month in bank fees. This was a real headache come tax time though. His bookkeeper had to sift through his personal bank account, trying to pull out the business expenses and match them to the receipts that Tyler had provided. This added hours and hours of time to Tyler's bookkeeping and increased his bill much more than the $15 a month. To save yourself pain, make your bookkeeping easier, faster, and more accurate, consider having separate accounts. Tip number 2, keep personal and business expenses separate. One new business owner we'll call Rodney didn't really understand the difference between business and personal. Not wanting to bother learning, Rodney often combined personal lunches and home decor items in with his business expenses. My bookkeeper can sort it out, he mused. And this was true to a point, but it was also a huge pain in the butt. It cost him thousands of extra dollars in bookkeeping and increased his CRA audit risk because it was more likely that inappropriate items would be claimed in error. Instead, learn about the differences between business and personal items and use your bookkeeper like a final check rather than a catch-all. So what is a business expense? Well, it is usually denoted by a change in behavior that you've undertaken to benefit your business. To learn more about personal versus business, be sure to check out our next video where we do a deep dive into the differences. Your goal is to recognize the difference between business and personal items and keep them in separate bank accounts. Now I get it. Sometimes you will accidentally use the wrong card for transactions, but try and keep all or most of the transactions separated. Tip number 3, keep your statements. I know this seems obvious. You're probably sitting there rolling your eyes, but this has actually bitten a lot of clients in the butt who are cursing themselves later when paying fees to reproduce years worth of statements they didn't keep. Most banks will charge you to reproduce bank and credit card statements when they are more than 1 year old. So save yourself some unnecessary expenses and make sure you are printing or PDFing your bank statements and credit cards every single month. No exceptions. Your accountant will ask for them, your bookkeeper will need them, and in the event of an audit, the CRA will request them. To help make your business bank account more enjoyable, let's go through some of the benefits. Business bank statements ensure you are claiming all of your write-offs. If you lose a receipt, you can still claim a tax deduction by using your bank statement. Although not ideal, bank statements are a great backup every once in a while. Bank statements also prove your income to the CRA in the event of an audit and are a great way for you and your bookkeeper to know if you've received all the money that you've asked your clients for. Do you keep losing your paper statements? Then opt for electronic versions and save them as PDFs on your computer. Are you having trouble setting up a designated business account with your bank? Then opt for opening a second checking account to get started. Best practices. When starting a business, consider opening a separate bank account for your new venture. Opening a separate bank account keeps your personal and business items apart and will reduce your CRA audit risk, help you stay organized, and keep your bookkeeper happy. Then don't forget to print those statements. You will thank yourself later. All right, that is all I have for today on business bank accounts. I hope you found this video helpful when managing your business bank account. I will see you in another video. Bye for now.